So then, welcome to round number 5 of the Next Gen Season 11 Ginetta Junior League, sponsored by Emily Linscott. We're here a very rainy day at Brands Hatch Indy, and I will announce that the forecast does not look like it's going to improve for either races. As we watch Jamie F430 here go through the main straight. Boymax currently has pole position with a 51.0 there, followed by Adam Morris 51.2, only 0.2 behind. Very interesting stuff there. Lima Thurso, another half a second behind that with Jamie F430. 0.4 behind that. I think that's NGR Fraser is just about spinning there as he comes up to clearway, straight back to the garage, is 0.7 off of Jamie. There's 644 back after absence last week at Bathurst. 2.1 off the pace right now, and then you have the Lairs in 7th. Ray Devan 80 is in 8th currently, 3.0 off the pace. Shadowstalker DBS beating Afcape there, who is 10th and currently not actually setting a proper lap time yet. This could be his proper lap time now for Afcape as we go around the Brabham Straight. Yeah, 4.8 seconds off the pace though. There's there. Coming down Brabham Straight, there's Lima Thurso. Now here, the points going into round 5 are as follows. Boyraxa 14 is currently leading the championship on 142 points. Adam Morris is second with 124. The two Machuca teammates there battling out for the top spot. But Jamie F430 on 100 points in third place. RS Jim 77 only 1 point behind that on 99 in fourth. 644 is on 73, so we see Lima Thurso there going off in the gravel at Paddock Hill. Look at 644 going through clearways there. Slider Gas 28 is in 6th with 68 points. Gaza 123 is 7th, so 63. Lima Thurso is 8th on 63. Ray Devan 80 in 9th with 55. Shadowstalker DBS is 10th on 52. Afcape is in 11th with 40. 6 goes in the gravel at Paddock Hill. That's going to be a very tough corner this time out, wing with all the rain. So now watch Shadowstalker. The Les is 12th with 35 points. Ginger Poisson 13th with 35 points. NGR Fraser is on 33 as Shadowstalker's off onto the grass. So look at Fraser here. NGR Fraser's 14th with 33. Oscillator's on 20 and 15th. Cam 123 Deers on 15. Ropsk is on 15. Ben Sully 2000 on 14. PS Scooby 555 is on 11 in 19th place. And the Scraffinator rounds out the top 20 on 7 points. So very interesting stuff going on. Obviously here at Brands Hatch Indy, and it is raining typically in Britain. So here we are in the rain at Brands Hatch Indy for this qualifying session so far. Boyraxa is on pole by 0.2 of a second exactly from his Machuca teammate Adam Morris. He is there in the pit lane. JF430 up to Druids. Don't want to put the power on too early out of Druids as we come out there and down to Graham Hill. Hits the apex nicely, gets on the curb on the outside, down the Cooper Straight we go, up towards 30s. Through 30s he flings the car and up towards clearways. Nice and wide in. Not quite hitting the apex in my opinion there, but he could be finding time out there as he goes through Clark Curve and onto the Brabham Straight to finish off his lap time. Jamie F430 completes his lap. Doesn't improve. And goes off at paddock. Let's have a look at championship leader. Here we go then. Let's go for a bit of a ride on board here as you go through Paddock Hill. Up towards Druids we come. Through Druids and down towards Graham Hill. Nice and wide in, gets the car turn in, hits the apex. Bit wide on the exit there as we go on to Brabham Straight. Someone in front going back to the pits. So we fling it through 30s, still sounds flat, hits the brakes for clearaways. Squares it up, a bit sideways coming out of clearaways, and through Clark Cove we go onto Brabham. What does the championship leader do? He doesn't go faster. So interesting stuff there. Look, 644. Normally a good contender for the top of the grid. He's just coming through clearaways. Oh, he's got that horribly wrong through clearaways. Off into the gravel. So Clark Curve. Let's go have a look at Radovan 80 here. Going through down Brabham and up towards Paddock Hill. Car wanting to get really light over the crest here at Paddock. Made even worse because of the rain as we now come up towards Druids. Tucks it in at Druids on the way out. Down towards Graham Hill we go. Just trying to control the back wheels here. Didn't like it through Graham Hill, we just got a bit loose as he went onto the Brabham, onto Cooper Straight. As we go through 30s now and up towards clearaways. Through clearaways, no dramas through there, and through Clark Cove we come on to Brabham. Does he improve on his time? He's done a 54.1 so far. His best lap, 3 seconds off the pace. Doesn't improve. Have to have another go if he wants to get up the grid. Jamie F430 up to clearaways. A bit sideways through clearaways there, you can see the car just getting out of shape. He heads through Clark Cove and down to Brabham. Looks like half cape coming back out for another go. No real improvement there from Jamie F430. Everything seeming a bit stable now. Here, this is the biggest thing here, is that I think Boy Rex got his time in early. And this track is only going to get progressively worse as the rain continues to fall here. So I don't expect any lap times to really change from now on, and it will be quite hard. Especially as the puddles form. We've only got 3 cars on track right now. There's Shadow Stalker. There's Halfcape. I think they've accidentally picked the same number. Yep. Seeks comes out the pits, and so does Radovan. He's got on board with Shadow Stalker. Absolutely flat on the decks. Nice and late on the brakes, getting the back into turn. Orby's caught the curb a bit nasty there, going to send him slightly wide at Paddock, but going to get away with it. Up towards Druids. Biggest thing here is not to hit the curb. You do not want to be hitting the curb at Druids as we come down towards Graham Hill Bend. Clip the curb, send it slightly outwards. Back end trying to brake. Down then towards 30s. Through 30s, so flick it left, flick it right, and then up towards clearaways we go. Hits the full throttle now and out towards Clark Cove we go. And onto the Brabham Straight. Can he improve on his 54.5 that he set so far? Yeah, just no, he can't. There's NGR Fraser, number 15 machine. Towards Druids, he's gone very wide. That's gone absolutely screaming off at Druids, that has. He will not be happy with that line, I can guarantee you that. Someone was having a moment in the background there. As we continue to watch Seeks on his on this attempt here. I think the times won't really change. He's gone very wide through 30. That's on the grass for clearways, and he's hit the gravel as well. So will he get will he have a decent enough run to start another lap? That's going to be the interesting one here. So far, that's your timing screen. Boyrax has done 12 laps out there. He's really is flying and trying to get these laps in as a Shadow Stalker DBS. Jamie's done 14 laps around the circuit, so trying to find some time somewhere. I don't think anyone will find any time out there at the moment because the track will only worsen with the amount of rain that falls. And Fraser going a bit sideways, clipping the curb, but getting away with it quite nicely actually out of clearways and through Clark Curve. Come down Brabham. Does he improve on his time? He's on a 52.9 so far. No, he doesn't. Currently sitting in 5th of 10 at the moment. Second place man in the championship, Lima Thurso in 3rd at the moment, so he's looking to make headway in the championship from about 8th place. It's pretty dismal for him really at the moment. He's had some pretty rotten luck as Lima Thurso just of late. Currently sat in 8th in the championship with 63 points. He's, yeah, 79 behind the leader of Boyrax of 14 as Adam Morris comes through Clark Curve. Can he improve on his time? Boyrax comes out for another stint. No, he doesn't. Adam Morris stays where he is on exactly the same time. I think we've seen the best of the track right now. AFK will not be happy with that qualifying though, I can tell you that much. So something he won't enjoy being is down there. Can you watch Adam Morris? Let's have a look at Liam Thurso. Where is he on the track? It's coming from Connors. So let's have a quiet lap with Liam Thurso. And as quick as that, that is a lap of Brands Hatch Indy for you. Obviously very small track, but will create some very good racing when we come to line up on the grid and start. Afcape's decided he's not going to be having another lap round here. He's had enough. As we look at someone else. Seeks has had a spin. By the looks of it, coming through Clark Curve, very easily done. Rear wheel on the grass, coming out of clearways into Clark Curve, very easy to do. Your job is not like Bathurst last week where we had a bit of fall damage on. That was interesting. If you didn't watch that, do have a look at it. There is a playlist with all the all the races on it so far this season. That's been streamed right from round number 1. Need to watch Zeke's here. Here's a man we don't normally see, the Les. Still circling around. Jamie F430 has finished his qualifying in the pit lane. Here comes the Les up towards Surtees. That's the qualifying over. The Les comes through clearways and down towards Clark Curve. Here we go, across the line for the Les. Will he improve at all? No, he doesn't. Lima Thurso's next across the line. He doesn't improve either. Nor does NGR Fraser. Is that Boy Rexer? Yeah, Boy Rexer in the background. Doesn't improve on his current best time. Nor does Adam Morris. Here comes Ray Devan out of the final corner. The final man is at a lap time. Can he pinch a couple of positions here on the grid, or will he stay in 8th place? He won't even get to finish his lap. So your grid for race 1 here at Brands Hatch Indy: Boy Rexer 14, Adam Morris, Lima Thurso, Jamie F430, NGR Fraser, Seeks 44, The Les, Ray Devan 80, Shadowstalker, DBS, and Afcape rounds out the grid. Oh, bit of a jump there and lag on the grid as we line up and prepare for race 1. 12 laps here at Brands Hatch Indy. If you're watching, do comment on the race as it happens. Very interested to know what your thoughts are along with mine as we watch the racing happening. So do feel free to comment. We currently wait for the cars to get out of the way. Currently in the ready up screen, where they get 2 minutes to either sort the cars out for setups and make any last minute changes to the car. So there's Boy Rexer, Adam Morris, Liam Thurso, Jamie F430, NGR Fraser, Seeks 44, The Les, Ray Devan 80, Shadowstalker DBS and his teammate Afcape. So looks like we're getting ready as we sync now for the start of race number 1 here at Brands Hatch Indy. There's 2, there's 3 red lights. And we're underway immediately here. Off the start is a good start there from pretty much everyone. No one really getting away, but Adam Morris does lead into turn 1 at Paddock Hill Bend. Good start for the man in second in the championship. As Jamie F430 now looks at the inside of Boy Rexer into Druids. Here we go. I believe Afcape's got a penalty for some reason there. We come down to Graham Hill. Jamie F430 looking on the outside now of Boy Rexer. Has he quite got him? He's going to have to go out wide to do it, but he's kept his foot in as we go down Cooper Straight and up towards Surtees. He's got the inside line if he can hold it around here for clearways. He's got the inside for clearways. He's got that done and sorted. That's a fantastic move from Jamie F430 there. Great start there. Not a great one for Boy Rexer, but he's coming back. He's got the switchback coming out of clearways and through Clark Curve. And that's going to be a done deal into Paddock Hill. Oh, this is letting Adam Morris get away. Here comes Boy Rexer on the inside of Jamie F430 through Paddock. Here we go. Can Jamie get a switch back through Paddock? No, he can't. He's going to have to go down the outside now of Druids. Let's go on board Jamie F430 in the heat of this battle here. He's looking all over the back of that Machuca number 20 racing car. Here we go, Jamie F30 looks at the inside of 30s, he's not quite there though. He's going to have to back out of that and try again. He looks to get a run here out of clearways. He's got one as well, he can't quite get to the inside though. Good defending that from Boyrexa. Just getting across the line. Now, if I'm right, yes, it's a 20-second penalty for AFCAPE for some reason, maybe jumping the start. Oh, but that's Jamie F30 off in the grass, out of Paddock Hill. Into the barrier he goes. The back end getting loose, and he's paid the price for it. Something else has happened down the field. Radovan, the Les and Seeks must have had a bit of an accident somewhere because they are all massively down here on the field. So they're going to have to try and work together to even try and get up near the top. And that was the Les making a bit of a mistake, allowing Seeks to potentially get a run coming out of Graham Hill. We go. Not quite enough of a run though from Seeks. We have a look at other people here. NGR Fraser there. There's AFCAPE with Shadowstalker DBS right on his bumper. The recovering Jamie F430 there in 7th. There's Radovan. The Les with Seeks right on his tail as we're coming up to Paddock Hill. He's going to have to try and defend the inside line there. No defence required. Maybe no. Seeks does look down the inside but can't quite get there. And all this, and Radovan has lost a lot of time coming through Paddock Hill, and now the Les at the inside through Druids. This all for 8th place. Radovan loses that now to the Les and could now lose out to Seeks as well. Not quite. Seeks couldn't quite get the move done through Paddock Hill. That's through Graham Hill, sorry. About to 30s. Radovan having issues right now. He is really, really slow. As we come through clearways onto Clark Curve, I've just noticed the gap has come ridiculously far down now. Adam Morris has his teammate right at the bumper. As we come into Graham Hill for the 5th time of 12. Adam Morris looking now to defend from Boyrexa 14. Remember, this is your top 2 in the championship. Boyrexa leading with 142 points. This is going to get interesting through here. And Seeks has now finally got past Radovan, and now can set his sights back onto the Les to try and get up to 8th place and have some damage limitation. There's Shadowstalker. Just over a second ahead of Jamie F430 as we get back to the leading 2. Boyrexa all over the back end of Adam Morris. They flick it through the left-hander at Graham Hill. Jamie F430 has passed AFCAPE. I think AFCAPE's gone off. Yes, he has. There he is. He spun to the inside of Paddock Hill, and that is race ruined, unfortunately, for AFCAPE. He's got a 20-second penalty on top of that. I mean, that couldn't have gone any worse, really. He just got to finish the race and take some points, I think, now. As we go back to the leading 2, over the line we go from onto lap 7, and Adam Morris still defending hard. Trying here to keep Boyrexa at bay, see if he can pull a few more points. Down the inside we go. Jeff Williams obviously supporting Boyrexa here today. So have a look on the inside then from Boyrex's view. That is the view he gets as a driver if he's in cockpit mode. And Adam Morris very wide through Surtees, not managed to regain it quite happily though, but not enough as Boyrexa goes down the inside now through clearways, and that will be done deal, I feel. That's the inside for Boyrexa as he comes up to Paddock Hill, and he's made the move stick. On to lap 8 we go. Remember, Boy Raxa took pole by 0.2 of a second, so he's going to look to increase that gap immediately. Up to Druids they come, the two Machuca boys. Adam Morris still there. Still looking to make the move, waiting for a mistake potentially from Boy Raxa now. 0.6 the gap. Boy Raxa's really pulled that out of the bag. Immediately 0.6 out on the first lap. He's overtaken Adam Morris now. When you go through clearways and out to Clark Curve, what's the final gap over the line? It's going to be around 0.7, I think. Yeah, 0.7 of a second there, the gap. So, Jamie FL30 up to 5th now. He's past Shadowstalker, and now the Les is on the back of the Shadowstalker. Out of clearways they come, and through Clark Curve and onto Brabham Straight. The Les looking at the inside now of the Shadowstalker. DBS, has he got that to stick? No, he's backed out of it. And that's wide from Shadowstalker into the gravel, and that will be 2 positions lost for him, and unfortunately I don't think he's going to have enough time really to gain that back. He's got to go careful now because Ray Devan won't be far behind. There's JBFL 30. Back up to 5th after his spin through Paddock Hill. He's going to be kicking himself after that one. He's right on the back of Boy Raxa when it happened. Speaking of Boy Raxa, there he is in the lead. 0.7 of the gap. It's just stabilised at the moment. Maybe Adam Morris can get a second wind here in the coming laps and maybe produce another fantastic finish. Now refer back to Bathurst, race number 1, cracking finish. I wonder if we can get one of those tonight. If you haven't watched the Bathurst one, I do strongly recommend you watch at least the first race, minimum. Because that was one cracking race. And race 2 is even, you could say funnier race 2. But we're here at Brands Hatch Indy in the rain. Boy Raxa crosses the line onto the 11th lap. Fantastic stuff from these boys. There's Seeks 44. The Les has made a mistake somewhere and has allowed Seeks to get past him. So Seeks up to 6th. And that's Af Cape has retired from the race. And looks like from the pit lane I'm hearing, yep, he did accidentally shift into gear, Af Cape, and did jump the start. So bit of a horrible race for him. He'll be hoping to bounce back from that. Look at Boy Raxa as he crosses the line for the 11th time tonight, up to Paddock Hill for the final time. Through Paddock Hill he goes. He's got that gap now up to 9/10, so it's very, very clear he is the man. But Shadowstalker, as we break away from the leader right now, is having to defend very hard from Ray Devan. Ray Devan's gone around the outside of Clearway. Does a fantastic move. He's made that stick, and he would have done because Shadowstalker's all over the grass. That's not quite the line I think he was hoping for, but Ray Devan moves up into 8th. That's fantastic stuff from that man there. And here comes Boy Raxa. Through the final corner he comes now. Clark Curve onto the Brabham Straight for the final time. Race 1 winner is Boy Raxa 14, followed by his teammate RDF Adam Morris. That's cracking news for Boy Raxa's championship. Taking more points out of every opponent possible on the grid tonight. There's Liam Thursday with a good 3rd place. We haven't really seen much of him, same as NGR Fraser in 4th. Very good results for those two. Hopefully strengthen their championship campaign. And the recovering Jimmy FL30 gets back into 5th place with his recovery drive. Seeks 44 takes 6th. The Les will take 7th. Here comes Ray Devan 80. Takes 8th place, and Shadowstalker DBS 9th. and the last classified finisher. So, your results from race 1 here at Brands Hatch Indy. Boyraxer 14 takes the win from his teammate Adam Morris. Liam Thurso takes 3rd. NGR Fraser 4th. Jamie F430 5th. Seeks 44 is 6th. The Les 7th. Raider Van 80 is 8th. Shadowstalker DBS 9th. And Afcape retired in 10th and last. So a cracking first race there, and you can see just how short it is around this track. We'll have one more qualifying session, and then the main race of the evening, race number 2. So anyone watching, do comment, let me know what you thought of that first race, with Boyraxer taking the win and extending his championship lead over Adam Morris. Then it's going to be 25 laps in the rain around the Brands Hatch Indy for race number 2. And we've reduced the qualifying to 15 minutes. So, as we load up for the second qualifying session, 15 minutes for qualifying number 2, for race number 2. All drivers get another chance. I think you want to be out there absolutely first, in my opinion. There's Adam Morris, yep, Fraser. Liam is now just going out. And Jeff Fraser, I feel, has got the best position right now for qualifying, because as the rain continues to fall, it's just going to get worse and worse out there. So the earlier you can get it done, the better your lap time is going to be. Boyraxer still in, just coming out the pits now. Who's last? The Les hasn't moved yet, nor has Shadowstalker. Go back to NGR Fraser. The first man then who will set a time is NGR Fraser. Let's have a look at the lap. Now I think this man's got the best chance of a good time here. So we shall see. He crosses the line, comes up to Paddock Hill Bend. The first man competitively to set this border light. Up to Druids he comes, hits the brakes, gets it turned in nicely. Back on the power as he goes out towards Graham Hill. I will agree, Gareth Bathurst was immense. And a very good first race considering the accidents, but I'm hoping the race 2 is going to be a little bit tighter than race 1. There goes NGR Fraser through clearways up towards Clark Curve and onto the Brabham Straight. The first man to set a time. What time is it going to be? Pole last time was a 51.033. He has set a 53 dead exactly. Not really the lap he'll be looking for there, as Adam Morris sets a 52.6 there. Half Cape. What does he set? He sets a 53.8. And Jamie, F430, 52.5. Lima Thurso, 59.2, so he's obviously had an issue somewhere. Goes Seeks, 54.0. Radovan of 53.5. That was someone off in the that Paddock Hill. They probably. Oh yeah, that's Jamie F430 off at Paddock Hill. That's very surprising for him. Boyraxer, about 51.5 second lap. He's 9/10 clear of anyone in that provisional pole position. That's pretty damn good. You're watching Boyrax right now, 51.5 currently the pole lap time. Liam Thurso is up to 51.9, 0.4 now off. Still a lot of time to be made up. You see, got the boards on. I think someone's gone to the inside there of Paddock Hill and gone straight across the outside. Not what you'd be looking for. There's Adam Morris currently in 4th. Not what he'll be looking for his championship right now. As NGR Fraser says a 52.4, but Adam Morris replies with a 51.9, so 4/10 exactly, again, exactly to the 10th. Incredible stuff of just how precise that is. Oh, and that is NGR Fraser spinning and going straight back to pits for going out of Druids there. As Jamie F430 sets a 51.9, 4.473 is Boyraxer at a 51.445. Unbelievable stuff from Boyraxer. He just keeps on improving. We're going to have Cape for a bit now. He retired from race number 1. And Jar Fraser comes back out of the pit lane there. Cape is in 7th at the moment, 53.8. Fraser getting out of the way. There's your provisional second place man, Jamie F430, going wide and hitting the gravel. That's going to ruin his lap, and into the wall he goes. Trying to turn his Ginetta Jr. into an even more compact car than it is at the moment. Interesting, the Les hasn't moved from that pit lane. I don't know if there's something going on right now, but he is not setting a time. I don't know whether he's just waiting almost for the track to keep getting wetter and wetter. It's a bit of a weird strategy, but there we go. There's Radovan 80, currently in 7th. The number 2 machine. Coming out of Clearways and through Clark Curve and down to Brabham. Can he improve on his time of 53.1? No, he can't. So go on board here with JF430 on his out lap. See if we can spot any puddles forming anywhere. You see the track is soaked at the moment. Goes through, no puddle there yet. Through Graham Hill, a bit sideways coming out. You can see the lack of grip they have through there. Go through Surtees. Back end still trying to step out on Jamie F430 through there. And he puts it in sideways like he's Colin McRae through Clearways and into Clark Curve. Almost like he's pulling the handbrake through clearways. Make the thing turn in. Yeah, no real streams I can see as of yet. You can see them just forming though. That's off at Paddock Hill. And I believe he'll be going back to pit lane after that one. He's not having fun at Paddock Hill, is he, Jamie F430? Like his arch nemesis corner for Brands Hatch Indy. He lets some other traffic go past. Aft Cape there. And Shadow Stalker. The Les is finally out and about, driving around in this qualifying session. With 7 minutes to go. Can Boy Rexa feel safe enough to not go out again? Nope, the Les goes back to the pit lane with that one. To finishing his lap, he ends up last at the moment, 54.8 as I thought. Not easy when it gets wetter and wetter out there. And Fraser goes back to the pit lane with that one. Rate about 80, 6 minutes left on the clock. Can he improve on his time? It was a 53.1. No, he's got the wheel on the grass out of clearways and through Clark Curve, so he won't improve on that one. With the Les is back out. I think we're looking pretty stalemate right now for the final 5 minutes of qualifying. Unless someone has some super grippy tyres on. Here's the Les. Radovan back out from the pit lane as Jamie F430 goes into the pit lane. Adam Morris on his way out. I think the Les is going to find it very hard now to find some time. But that's a good line, and I think there's someone off in the gravel at Paddock Hill. Don't know who it is. It was Adam Morris, I think, coming out of the pit lane, potentially cold tyres, straight off into the gravel. Les diagonally cuts back across. Has the Les done enough to improve on his time this time? No, he hasn't. He's still there in last place. It's going to be a hard race for him. Going to watch Adam Morris now in third, and not where he wants to be is behind Boy Rexa, which is where everyone is. Boy Rexa taking it to the whole field by 0.473 of a second. It's yeah, pretty special really. For a man to make the car to go that fast compared to everyone else. So here comes Adam Morris looking to improve on his time. Doesn't do. Again with a wet track, he's just run a bit wide, clipped the gravel. Might have got away with it, but it's definitely slowed him down, I think. Back to Boy Rexa now. So Jamie F430 comes back out. And he's had enough, by the looks of it. I think he'll be staying in the pit box for the rest of the 2 minute 30 of qualifying. That was his teammate Adam Morris, round the final corner onto the Brabham Straight. Across the line goes, and no improvement either. Watch goes up to Druids, have a look at some other people then. Deleuze still not going any faster at the moment. Mozziaco, a bit of a curse this rain for him. Here's Radovan over the line, still no improvement from 7th. Here's Radovan. It's currently your position at the moment with a minute to go are Boy Rex, Jamie F430, Adam Morris, Lima Thurso, NGR Fraser, Seeks 44, Radovan, AFK, Shadowstalker, and then Les at the back. Radovan goes up to Druids there, still in 7th for Radovan. Jamie F430, 22 seconds on the clock. I think this might be his last effort for a time. You see the puddles are starting to form on the way into 30s. You see clear is the back end trying to break away there. This will be his final lap then for Jamie F430. Has he done enough? The answer is no, he hasn't done enough, and he's gone back to the pits. Shadowstalker doesn't move from that position either. Deleuze will be the final man then to set the times. Can he get out of that last place? That's not a place you want to be. The number 37 machine, can he get at least 9th or 8th? I don't. Oh no, he's gone straight for the pit lane. That is the end of qualifying. Boy Rexer takes another bonus point for that pole position. So your grid for race 2 at Brands Hatch Indy is as follows. Boy Rexer 14 takes pole position, followed by Jamie F430, Adam Morris, Liam Thurso, NGR Fraser, Seeks 44, Radovan 80, Avcape, Shadowstalker DBS, and The Les rounds out the 10 runners for the night. So we're here back on the grid, ready for 25 laps of Brands Hatch Indy in the rain. Now can Jamie get a good enough start to go up the inside of Boy Rex into turn 1? Morris done it last time out. Now the trick is to pass him and stay there. You've got to then draw the guys behind up towards Boy Rex to attack without getting attacked yourself. That's going to be key. If anyone wants to win tonight against Boy Rex, is forcing him into a battle with someone else that he doesn't want to be battling with. So this is going to be an interesting battle. Have a look at Jamie F430. That's where the big mover is going to be. If he wants to take the lead, it's going to be there. Here we go then, they sync up. As we get going here at Brands Hatch Indy for race number 2, is it a good enough start from Jamie F430? No, it's not by the looks of it. Boy Ranks will take the lead into turn number 1. That's easy done, but Adam Morris looking at the inside of Jamie F430 into Drew's now on lap number 1. Can Jamie F430 keep it rung around the outside? Adam Morris is currently in front of him, but as we come into Graham Hill, that's Shadowstalk in the background getting freight trained. No, Adam Morris hasn't got past him, and now Liam Thurso down the inside before 30. That's going to be a hell of a move from Liam Thurso, very opportunistic if he can make this stick, and Siegs is all over the back of Liam Thurso now. He'll get through cleanly though. Very, very good. Come down Brabham Straight. Boy Rexer has pulled a 1.5 second gap out already. As you come into Paddock Hill. Oh, and that's Liam Thurso wide in the gravel. That will give Siegs the opportunity. And he grasps it with both hands. Fantastic stuff, and Liam Thurso being hung out to dry, hitting NGR Fraser in the background. Very unintentional, but that gives Afcape an opportunity into Graham Hill, and he takes it. Not quite. Afcape couldn't quite do the move. He did, sorry. NGR Fraser is now getting passed by Radovan. It's been a horrible couple of corners out. For NGR Fraser, qualified 5th, he's now down into 8th. And he'll go down Brabham Straight for the second time tonight. Very line astern right now. What's happened to Boy Raxer? Boy Raxer spun to the inside of Paddock Hill. That is absolutely crucial for the championship. Boy Rexer now dead last after a spin at Paddock Hill. This is a massive opportunity for everyone else in the field to gain points on the current championship leader. That is unbelievable. And Adam Morris is alongside Jamie F430 coming out of the final corner now. He'll be looking to gain the most if he can win this race. Coming down Brabham Straight. Adam Morris down the inside of Jamie F430. Jamie F430 is on the grass. That's not where you want to be, son. And that is why Jamie F430 spins to the inside of Paddock Hill. Board's going absolutely flying. That's an amazing recovery, though. And he's back ahead of Boy. He's actually rejoined ahead of Boy Rax. That's phenomenal. Oh, and that's the Les and Afcape there through Drew is having a tangle. That is not what you're looking for. There's Boy Rex right on the back now of Jamie F430 after all the carnage just ensued in the first 2 corners. Here on lap number 4. And Boy Rex gets past Jamie F430. Not what he was looking for Jamie F430 there. So there's Liam Thurso, there's Siegs. Also NGR Fraser back up into 5th. Gareth Williams, I would definitely say, wow, that was a very rookie error from Jamie and an unbelievable error from Boy Rex. You don't normally see them from Boy Rexer. Well, that's Lima Thursday now, all over the back of Seeks as we come up towards Druids for the 5th time. Zana Morris still leading. Seeks 44 with Lima Thursday right on the back of him, with Ray Devan on the back of him, and then NGR Fraser on the back of him. And Jamie F430's had another issue because he's now behind Shadow Stalker, although he's just done him around the outside of Graham Hill. What's going on with the host of tonight? But as we go back up to 2nd, watching this battle intensely because Boy Rax is on his way, and that's NGR Fraser making a mental move on Ray Devan. That's very well done coming out of clearways and through Clark Curve. There we go, and that's a done deal for NGR Fraser, up into 4th place. Fantastic stuff. And that's Lima Thursday down the inside of Seeks for 2nd. That is a done deal as well. And is NGR Fraser going to take on that move around the outside of Graham Hill? No, he's going to back off and carry on, live to fight another day. But that is a good run out from Seeks. Coming up to Surtees, he's not close enough to have a look, is he? Not quite, no. Adam Morris now building up a 3.5 second gap here on lap number 6 of 25. There's NGR Fraser now getting a run on Seeks coming out of clearways and through Clark Curve we go. Not quite close enough to make the move, but he does get the move done on the exit of the corner. He keeps it nice and tight, and that'll be 2nd place for NGR Fraser as long as Seeks doesn't keep him around the outside. Fantastic move from NGR Fraser. Very well pulled off from the end of paddock into Druids. Very nice from that man in 3rd place. Lima Thurso now trying to build a gap between himself and 3rd place, knowing that Boy Rexer is on his way and very, very rapidly. NGR Fraser now pulling a slight gap on Seeks, but it's not going to be enough to eliminate the slipstream. Interesting line from NGR Fraser, trying to make sure that Seeks doesn't get the slipstream into Paddock Hill, because that is a deadly weapon in these cars. Seeks there. Let's have a look at that. Some of the other field there. Jamie F30 down in 7th place. He had the prime opportunity of a podium finish this race, and it looks like that's out of the window after lap number 4. Shadow Stalker Afcape having another mare. He's got no bonnet. It's yeah, not gone well for him. NGR Fraser still in 3rd place there. Boy Rax, you can see in the background there, just creeping up, gradually making his way to this pack, as that is Ray Devan having a look at Seeks on the way up into Druids. Again, he looks like a weakness in Seeks' racecraft into Paddock Hill. Can't quite keep the car stuck to that inside, and he loses time on the way out. And that's a very good move from Ray Devan, exactly almost mirroring NGR Fraser there. So have a look on board now then with our current championship leader. Nice bit of spray in your face. Down Brabham Straight we go for the 9th time. Hit the brakes of Paddock Hill. N6 goes a bit wider than everyone else, and he's definitely losing time through there. Boy Ragser up the inside. Oh, just about didn't nick him. Oh, he's definitely made a bit of contact there. That was about almost Max Verstappen-esque. Or was like out braking and making nick. Very, very close combat then for these guys. Oh boy, Raxa, he's later on the brakes than Siegs. He's gonna be looking for it now. What's he got cockpit wise? Not too bad a screen that, to be honest. Oh, that's not the line you want to take if you want to pass Siegs up into towards Druids. Although Siegs has got it a bit, and that's Radovan on the inside of NGR Fraser into Druids. And has he made that stick? Yes, he has. He has made the stick. But NGR Fraser looking like he's going to come back through Graham Hill. Yes, he does. Good counter-attack on the way out of Druids there from NGR Fraser. And Boyrex is now looking to try and pick up the pieces. I don't want to go see him. Afgate again has retired from race number 2. As that's Boyrex around the inside now. Seats coming up to clearways. Dundale for the number 20 man. Up into 5th he goes. Down Brabham straight we go. Is he is, that is not great defending that from Radovan. He's just left the door wide open for Boyraxa. Is he he's not going to stick that around the outside, and Siegs is going to take that place as well from him. Not brilliant defensive driving that from Radovan. He's going to have to try harder than that to stop Boyraxa going past him. Left the door open, and Boyraxa happily walked in there. And just this group of guys at the moment. The Les had a mistake somewhere. He lost a lot of time to Jamie F430 as we join back to this group. The battle for 3rd right now. Adam Morris with a 2.5 second gap from Liam Thurso, who's got around 3 seconds ish on the on this group here. Oh, that's NGR Fraser off in the gravel at Paddock Hill. He's just run wide, and that's Boyrax up to 3rd. And Siegs trying to go around the outside. Does he make that one stick? No, he doesn't. He backs off. Which allows Radovan a bit of a sniff now. And that's also Liam Thurso has made a mistake somewhere. He's lost a lot of time. Not good at the moment. Adam Morris needs Liam Thurso there in the middle so he can just make a few points back from this weekend, or what should I say, this night. Remember, there's 2 bonus points already in the bag for Boyraxa, and he took 3 out of Adam Morris in race number 1, so he's already 5 points up, excluding this race for tonight. So the more cars between Adam Morris and Boyraxa, the better for Adam Morris. Come out of Druids, and that's Radovan in the background having a look at Siegs 44. Is he going to try around the outside? No, he's going to back out of it. Couldn't quite get the front turn in though, so he couldn't switch it back. And now NGR Fraser is starting to pull back on the back of Boyraxa now. He is right on the tail of Boyraxa. He's come through clearways, through Clark Curve. Liam Thurso takes the inside line. He's surely not going to let... Yeah, he's there making sure Boyraxa has to go around the outside of Paddock Hill. Dangerous game to play. Boyraxa has taken the challenge though, and he's run wide. That gives NGR Fraser the chance to go up the inside of Druids now. Up the inside goes NGR Fraser then. And I believe that's done deal for NGR Fraser, and now he's having a look at the outside of Graham Hill and Liam Thurso. That could cause Boyrax to come back up the inside of Graham Hill. Yes, it does. Dundale maybe. Bit of shoving. Oh my word, that is that's big contact out onto Cooper Straight there. And that is working in Adam Morris's favour massively. I believe that was a bit of a shoving match going on between NGR Fraser and Boyrax are running NGR Fraser onto the grass. I think the rear wheel just spun up for NGR Fraser, causing the car to go into Boyrax and both into the barrier, and unfortunately Radovan 80, the innocent party and all that, getting collected. Very, very unlucky that for Boyraxer. He's now got a lot more work to do, as they're on lap number 16 now. He's got less laps to even think about trying to get back at the field. Any comments from anyone watching on that one? That was definitely a shoving match if I ever saw one. Very, very unlucky for the parties involved. You've got to feel for Radovan. He's done nothing wrong, and all of a sudden he's been T-boned by a Ginetta. So there's Liam Thurso in second, getting away with everything, but he has got seats not far behind. Jamie F430 is up into fourth now. Amazingly, we haven't seen Jamie F430 on his roof or side yet, although there is still plenty of laps to see that soon. So you just look out for that. See if Jamie F430 can pop his car on the roof. He's done it twice so far in this season. Once at Hockenheim and also another at Bathurst. But he has now got to contend with NGR Fraser all over the back of him. Whether that will go to a steward's appeal, maybe. Who knows? There's Radovan having a bit of a moment out of Graham Hill. Jamie F430 seemingly pulled a little bit of a gap now on NGR Fraser. Tell you what, NGR Fraser, that's going to be good cooling for the engine, I can guarantee that. Shame there's no replay function on this game. But happily take another look at that accident between NGR Fraser and Boyrax through Graham Hill. You see the dirt on the inside there, where people cut the inside of the corner and gone off. That's going to cause a few issues. Here's your leader, just for a bit of coverage. Number 19 Machuca. Ginetta there of Adam Morris. Taking it a bit steady, I think, really. Just controlling the race here on lap number 18. You go back, Radovan. That's NGR Fraser has obviously spun somewhere. That's allowed Radovan and Boyrax up a position each. Interesting stuff there. But Radovan has Boyrax up, almost up the inside. Now, Radovan needs to cover that inside because Boyrax won't hesitate to put the car through an open door. Boyrax is going to try and set him up for Druids now. Radovan. Oh, that's Boyrax having a good look at Druids. Not quite there though. Couldn't quite get the overlap. Down to Graham Hill. He's going to look to the inside. This is... Oh, Radovan's putting a lot of faith in his braking right now. But that is now Boyrax out the inside as we come up to 30. Radovan's got to try and keep this around the outside, so he's got the inside for clearways. He's done that. That's very good driving from both men. No contact made. He's just stuck to the inside now. He's got to get to the inside. Boyrax has got to run here. Radovan, you need to go to the inside. Boyrax looks. He gets up the inside of Paddock Hill. Oh, but Radovan just about gets the door closed in the nick of time. Oh, and there's Boyrax again popping it up the inside, but not quite working. He does have seats there. Boyraxer is trying everything right now to get past Radovan. It's just not working. He notices his big points he's losing to Adam Morris. Here on lap number 20, he's running out of laps to get up the field. There goes Radovan. He's gone board with the championship leader. That's the view he's got at the moment. The back of that number 2 Ginetta Junior Cup. As we head towards, that's a bit sideways from Radovan, but Boyraxa could not capitalise. This is the view of NGR Fraser, no bonnet obviously. The prime position if anything goes wrong right now. We head through Graham Hill for the 21st time tonight. Boyraxa looking to the inside, couldn't quite keep around the inside, but he has now got the inside. Oh, a bit of touching through clearways. Boyraxa looks to have got the inside line though, and NGR Fraser is going to try and follow him as they come up to Paddock Hill. NGR Fraser is going to make this, oh, I thought he was going to make that 3 wide then going into Paddock. I was going to say that was going to be very iffy. Radovan somehow kept the position. Fantastic driving from the number 2 man in the Carsten car. And Jamie F30 is down looking at the inside of 6 for 3rd place. This is the podium position and he's done it through Graham Hill. That's a fantastic move. So 3rd place for Jamie F30, and that is NGR Fraser and Boyraxa looking like they're getting a bit tangled again. But NGR Fraser does take 6th place away from Boyraxa. This is not good for the championship leader right now. Phenomenal racing from these boys tonight. Bit of carnage ensued, but all so far not too bad. Cleanliness wise, that's a bit wide from NGR Fraser. That's very, very wide. That's in the gravel, and that is Boyraxa straight back up to 6th place. So Boyraxa currently in 6th, lap 23 at the moment. Liam Thurso, I believe, is getting caught up now by Jamie F430. Let's go on to the penultimate lap. We've not seen a lot of our leader, mainly because there's been battles everywhere else. Edgar Fraser gradually catching back up to Boyraxa though. Through Paddock Hill, there you go. Look back to 2nd place. Everything just being a bit more stable now, but this is one hell of a round for RDF. One Adam Morris at the moment. He's in 1st. His teammate and champion rival is in 6th. That's massive points he'll be gaining on Boyraxa. Speaking of the leader of the race, there he is, Adam Morris. But we're going to concentrate now on 2nd place because Jamie F430 has really closed in on Liam Thurso. He knows this is a chance for him to really get some points back. As he looks to the inside now, up towards Druids. Will he throw one on the inside? No, too far back. See on the graphic there as well, not a lot else happening right now. This is the only battle. That's going to go down to the wire, I feel. And that's wide from Jamie F430. He's on the grass. He's not quite spun. He's kept the foot in, though, and he's still right there as we go through Surtees. Up towards clearways we go. Can he go down the inside on the exit? There is your winner of race number 2. Adam Morris wins race number 2, but this is the real race for 2nd place, and Liam Thurso gets it on the line. That's a fantastic bit of defensive driving from Liam Thurso. Jimmy for 34, 6, 44 in 4th, Radovan 5th, Boyraxa comes home in 6th, then GR Fraser in 7th, Velez comes in 8th, Shadowstalker DVS is 9th, and obviously Afcape very much retiring from race number 2. Big win though for Adam Morris, a big difference in gas. Oh, that's a hell of a launch that is from 6 to Jamie for 30. Obviously they're on the cooldown lap. Here comes Shadow Stalker around the final corner. If you are watching the stream, do let me know your thoughts of race number 2. A lot of carnage ensued there, and Boy Rector losing a lot of points. There we go, Adam Morris wins, Lima Thurso second, Jamie FL30 in third, Seeks 44 in fourth, Ray Devan fifth, Boy Rexa 6th, NGR Fraser is 7th, The Les 8th, Shadowstalker 9th. I think NGR Fraser had a bit of an issue, and Cape not doing so well. So any thoughts from the guys watching the stream tonight on race number 2 or the evening in general? It'd be nice to know your thoughts on it. Crazy race number 2 here at Brands Hatch Indy. It's been a splendid time, I think, in the rain around Brands Hatch. Next week, well, should I say, the next round will be at Brands Hatch GP, so we're staying here at the circuit, using the longer version. Could be interesting through there. So after a big win that for Adam Morris, the points will definitely be tighter going into round number 6. I can guarantee you that. But for now, that is round number 5 guys done for this Champions League Ginetta Junior League, sponsored by Emily Lynn Scott, who we all wish the best of luck to doing the actual juniors in the BTCC support package. And hopefully you'll join us next time for round number 6 at Brands Hatch GP. Goodbye.